Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca. Today we're going to be doing a mobile home makeover. If you are new here, my name is Becca. I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom, and this is our front yard. My husband and I installed this no-dig fencing, I want to say like 2 or 3 years ago. It's been amazing. It keeps our little guys away from the road. We have our house pretty far set back from the street, but this front yard, we have tended to the weeds for so many years, and honestly just takes up so much of our time, especially in summer and fall. And so we picked out a ton of boulders that we've just had on our property and found in the dirt while digging up. Every single one of these rocks has come from our property, and surprisingly some of them are pretty big, and I love natural landscaping. I don't want anything too fussy up here, so I'm just kind of walking you through. We have one of our big spruce trees here, and we picked out a few plants last, I want to say it was sometime earlier this spring, like super early. We actually put in a massive order with Home Depot, and we got 80 bags of mulch and quite a few other things I'll have up on my channel later. When I said we were done with projects, we always find something to do. Never done with projects out in the yard, right? So moving on into the project, the first thing that I wanted to do was rototill. I did this before when I put all of our trees in our backyard, all of our fruit trees, before I laid down the landscaping fabric, just to, and I know that sounds crazy, but it's so much easier to kind of make it a little bit more level. And the property up here is just not level at all, as you can see. So it actually didn't turn on. We've had that for 2 seasons. We keep the batteries in the house, but it didn't want to start. I was determined to get this done. Big projects like this have to happen on the weekends because we can wake up at the crack of dawn and start super early. So we just decided we were going to weed whack as best we can. I was going to rake up most of these weeds, and you guys, I can't tell you how many foxtails. You pluck them out, you kill them, it doesn't matter, they come back. And it's like, if you get rid of one weed, then here comes another slew of like a random weed. It's spring and summer, and things are just flying all over, so they just populate or germinate. These boulders are massive. A lot of them we had just in dirt or dug up when we dug up our trees. We had our yard graded, and when we had the yard graded last year, they found so many boulders. So I'm like super thankful. We're really blessed to have these because I consider them free landscaping. I like the look of just like natural landscaping, and this is going to turn into a really big garden bed for me, and I don't want to commit to any new plants this year. We're already in that height of like summer and fall. I want to live with kind of a naked landscape, if you will. You can kind of see now, once the weeds come down, that we've got the plants kind of in these odd areas. I'm going to pluck that zinnia out and save it for the planter bed that we made when we first moved in, where I put all of my wildflowers. Every season we'll plant a new different kind of flower with my sons, and we're just kind of going to make this a blank slate, and we will add on to it as we see fit and when the budget actually sees fit as well, because you guys, plants are so expensive. So anytime we go into Lowe's or Home Depot, I'm always looking on the clearance rack to see if I can take some home and kind of rejuvenate them or bring them back to life. I'm just gonna weed whack, and then I will rake up as much as I can and put that in the yard waste, and then we will finally get started. I hope that this video gives you a little bit of motivation that one, makeovers don't need to be this overly, not overly done, but they don't have to be so drastic. You can do something super small. If you missed my last one, it was literally just painting our front door and painting our back door. We chose a really bright color, might not be everybody's taste, but something that added personality to the front of our house, drastically changed the look of our front home. And the back door that we painted. I'm doing a laundry room makeover. You'll see that in a few days. And honestly, these are all done on a super tight budget, because who's not on a budget right now? Everything is so expensive. And sometimes it's just the simplest little things that you can change around your home, outside your home, to make a really big impact.
If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat, like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head, don't feel much back between Still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road to never end. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving.
If you have any sort of yard work to do, you need to pick up those red handles. I don't know what they're called. My husband bought them the first year we were here, and like I didn't know how many pine cones we were going to be picking up. I think they're like pine cone picker-uppers. I don't know the exact name. I'll try and link them down below. I don't care what you're doing in your yard. They are literally the best tool. I have used them for everything. So the idea that my husband and I came up with were bricks. These are super inexpensive and honestly they get the job done. The fence is no dig, so we put it in the ground using stakes. Here's my husband. We're testing out like different patches. He wants to redo the entire lawn. And then here's the weed screen. I'll leave the landscaping fabric link down below. Anything I can, I'll leave it in the description box. I just wanted to show you that we actually picked one this time. We are trying to work smarter and not harder. My husband picked out a really wide roll. It's pretty heavy, so I just rolled it down the driveway. And then the nails, they're not the normal landscaping pins. You guys have used landscaping fabric in like 4 or 5 different projects at this point. I'll link all of those videos down below. And I swear, I don't know what it is about the landscaping pins. They're like made to just make money off of them. They are horrible. Every time I put them in our soil, no matter if you wet the soil or not, they're literally just bent, and then I feel like they don't hold. So we've learned honestly just to use what we have around the yard. So we have so many rocks and boulders, and honestly quite a few of the garden beds that I've put in recently, I literally just use concrete blocks or any sort of boulder that I have laying around, and we pile them on top, throw the mulch on top, and you're good to go. So I'll leave those stakes down below. We actually used those when we installed our turf in the backyard. They work wonderfully. They go in the ground super smoothly, and they're really easy to take out if you ever decide to take up this fabric. I have never had an issue with this brand. It's super thick. It's really durable. Landscaping fabric is not for everybody, but I feel like in certain areas of our yard, it is just a season for that. And honestly, I'm looking for less maintenance so that we can enjoy the fruits of our labor in the backyard or the front yard and spend more time with the kids. So I'm going to lay this out as best I can. I'm going to line it up with these rocks. We are not completely sure how we're going to edge this out. These boulders are just massive, and honestly it lines the driveway on either side. So those are going to stay put until my husband and I decide if we're going to do some sort of like concrete edging, or we've actually looked at railroad ties. They're not super expensive and you can bury them. We might do that all the way down the driveway, but that again is another cost that we are not going to incur right now. So I'm going to line up the rocks, put in the pins, and then we will start pouring mulch. None of this was like pre-measured or planned. We knew that the bricks were going to be tall enough to go under the fencing. It just so happened that a lot of the bricks actually could fit under the fence, and I'll show you that in a second. Because these are on stakes, you can kind of see it here at the very end on the bottom left hand corner, that you kind of just slide the fencing down the pole, so you can kind of lift the fence up. It doesn't make any sense, but I'll show you here in a second. We love this fencing. It was a great investment, and honestly, I feel like we'll probably end up doing my garden sometime next year in the same fencing. It's beautiful, it holds up well, and we've had no issues with it. But you'll see that the ground is not level, so that's why I tried my hardest to get it as level as I could. The bricks slide under, and the purpose of the bricks, they're not aesthetically pleasing because they're not perfectly straight, but they are just to keep the mulch from going into the actual grass. So when we do mow the lawn, this is so satisfying, you guys. For years my husband and I have been talking about doing this, but it comes up to like the budget. Like, where do we put the budget this year? Do we put it in the backyard? Do we put it in the front yard? And this year it was the front yard. So to see these plants just have like a fresh blank slate was so nice. And as soon as I laid all of the weed screen out, I was so excited to pour the bags. This was done across 2 different days, probably about 4.5 hours in total, and it was blistering hot. So a lot of it was just so much of me trying to rush through the project. So take your time when you're doing things like this. Try to take your time, make sure that you're super hydrated, and just kind of have fun with it. I had music in my ear or in my pocket, and sometimes my kids were outside with me. They would stay behind the fence like mommy always says, because cars go super fast down the street. Or my husband was with them in the backyard or in the front yard or in the house. We just kind of have to work around regular everyday life. So don't let these videos ever fool you. Even though it is a seemingly small project when I'm just laying mulch, it is something that does take a lot of time and a lot of effort. And sometimes you just kind of have to go with the flow and move these things around your everyday life. Things don't happen overnight. Any tip that I would give you when it comes to the landscaping fabric is, if you're trying to save money, we buy these pins, I want to say every summer now, but my husband will get a box of like 200. You can go through these pins really quickly. Try to overlap them, and like you saw, you can pluck these. They're almost like nails, but not really nails. I don't know what they're called. Have to ask my husband. You can pluck them out of the ground super simple, but if you overlap, you don't use as many as you nearly think you would need to, especially in the middle. We try to use most of them on the outer edges just so that the landscaping fabric doesn't fly up. You will notice I don't put a lot around the water line channel. We live in a super small town. We had, when we first purchased our home, we had somebody come out and mark the water lines a few months after living here, so we know where to not plant and where not to dig, because obviously we could rupture a line, and putting landscaping fabric around that just seems like a nightmare if they ever have to come and dig out the water line for whatever reason. So I don't want to waste my time, I don't want to waste money, and we're just going to move on. It'll be really easy for me to weed that area and weed around the tree. You'll notice I don't put any too far close to the trunk of the tree. If we ever have an issue, we'll obviously rip up the fabric and just mulch around it. So if you are mulching around your plants, just make sure you do some research and make sure that you are not burning the plant. I learned that the hard way. I think I killed our cherry tree in the backyard. I mulched right up to the trunk, and it was sitting next to our fence. Our fence is metal, and I think it actually just killed the tree. So do your research, and if you don't have to waste your time or the materials, then don't do any extra steps.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? 'Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me, wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. 'Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with our bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. For the second chance, I say I'm nothing for right. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. We don't have to move so fast, baby. I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right here we got so much time, looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. 'Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. the right time. 'Cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky when you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder, love a little louder, love a little louder. We went to a small bar with neon lights, talked about everything that was on our minds. Talking to you gave me butterflies.
Super undecided about the flower bed that goes right by our mailbox, which is that tiny little tree right there. He's getting fried in the sun because of the summer heat. Promise it's still alive. So I just kind of put the landscaping fabric again, weighted down with the rocks. If at any time we change our mind, I can add on to that. So here it is. And these rocks are rocks that we haven't finished, again, because rocks cost a ton of money. So we did them all the way until this point when we moved in. It's like pea gravel on this side. I'm not sure how that ended up. There's only rocks on one side, but the grass came all the way up to the sidewalk, which is just not feasible because it dies all the time and weeds take over. I was trying to figure out which set of bricks my husband purchased, and joke's on me. He purchased the ones on the right. I picked out, I think, 60 of them, the taller ones, and so we're just gonna go with the flow because there was no way I was gonna load these back up in the car and haul them back to Home Depot. So make sure you take pictures of what you buy if you're testing. I think we purchased like 20 of them to start with just to make sure they fit right next to the fence and they were the look we wanted. And then we went back and I picked up, I think, like 60 something more. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was gorgeous and we knew it was going to be hot, so it was like go time at that point. So I'm going to take these back home, unload them, and then I'm just going to install them across the fence. Again, we're not looking for anything perfectly straight. We are just working with what the land has given us. Like you can see here, like I was saying a few minutes ago earlier in the video, I can kind of slide the railing up and some of the bricks will go straight under, and then where these they're almost like stakes in the ground, the poles, I don't know what you want to call them. I think it's the yard link fencing. I'll try to remember and mention it down below in a comment, but because of that it bumps out like every 8th or 9th brick. Not a big deal, we're just gonna keep it moving. And this was the best part. It was so much fun doing this because it was like once I finished all 13 panels, it was time to put the mulch down. And you guys, I started carrying the mulch bag by bag, and slowly remembered, okay, this is going to take forever. And I told my husband, I was like, you're right, we're going to use all 80 bags. And I was surprised, we actually need more. We're going to wait until it goes on sale, because I think we got these when Lowe's does their like, or Home Depot does like 5 for 10 or 4 for 10. Wait until you find a sale end of summer or like right before summer. You know, they do all of those holiday sales for 4th of July, Memorial Day, or whatnot. So I'm going to finish up the bricks and then we will start laying out the mulch. I love doing things in like order. So I'll do all the bricks at once and then I'll lay out all the bags and then I'll rip all the bags and then start pouring. I feel like it just makes the process go so much easier instead of doing things one by one. Let me know how you do your projects outside. Are you able to just kind of go with the flow and bring one bag of mulch, rip it open, and then pour it out? Or do you do things in just all at once to get it over with? I feel like I'm more of the mindset of I just want to get it done and get it over.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice. We time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help had this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Why you blushing? Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. You do. Show me something, give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice. I can't help had this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. We've been dancing all night long, right here with you way too long. Don't want nothing here or now, but I'm done waiting, done wasting my time. Had this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Sweet talk, sweet I told myself that maybe he ain't worth it. Too bad I hate advice. 'Cause out of sight and out of mind is perfect. It's so hard to decide. Oh, I know he got me good in his pocket. I know that I missed a treat. Well, the taste is better. Oh, go on, chewing my bones out when he's done, he's spitting me out. I just can't help myself. One for the pain, no hesitation, took us again, nothing can save us, yeah. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be free for the night, all in or nothing, not gonna stop, dance till the morning light. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be around you. He looks at me like I know what he's thinking, but I
gonna put all these bags out, and we left the bags out. You guys, I was so tired, but I was so determined to do this project because my husband has done so much in the backyard. It was nice to just do something on my own from start to finish and see the end result. I think it was day 2. It was super windy, but like not too bad. It was like that perfectly breezy. It reminded me of fall. My kiddos were outside with me. I started slicing all of the bags. I sliced all 80 of them. I wasn't going to bore you with that footage or footage of me opening 80 bags of mulch, but it was so satisfying to open all of these. There are some spots in the yard that are a little bit higher, so I just kind of raked everything with my foot. I saw no point in getting out the rake. I had it, but I was like, this is just pointless. I'll just use my foot. I was wearing rain boots for that reason, and this was the most satisfying thing, was just seeing something turn into, you can see my thumbs up to the kids, because I was so excited seeing all of that brown dirt and whatnot for 2 years, finally talking about it and figuring out what we were doing and how we were going to do it. It was just so nice to see something come together. Let me know if you have plans in your yard that you are waiting to do because of budget and time, and just putting all of that effort and money into other projects around your house or other things. Sometimes it is hard to wait, but it's definitely worth the wait once you are able to put in the effort and see it come to life. If you guys made it this far, thank you for hanging out with me. Let's just take a trip down memory lane. A few minutes ago, this is what we were starting with. And yes, we need to finish the rocks, but that's another day, another project. We had all of these weeds and really just no definition. It had no personality. There was no pop. All brown, kind of like wild grass, and then here we are. It's just a fresh start. Some of the rocks are still hiding, but they're a little bit tiny. We'll swap those out for ones in the backyard, but I love how this just makes the plants pop. It's going to be so much easier to maintain. It's going to be easy to keep the plants thriving and healthy. A lot of them are just a sunburn, honestly, and I feel like it's going to be so nice to be able to look at this for the next few months until fall arrives, plants go on sale, and then we have all of this blank space to put in new plants or new, I like evergreen. I want a ton of plants that are just going to stay green all year. That's a camellia bush. They bloom beautifully. If you guys made it this far, again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed this tiny mobile home makeover. Here are my trees. I'll see you guys in the next video.